So the plan begins on April 1st and will run through March 31st. Only way that you're able to make a change to your elections is if you have a qualifying event. Qualifying events are outlined in the gray box in the middle of the page, which includes but not limited to marriage, death, divorce, birth, adoption, etc. If you experience one of these qualifying events, you then can change your dependent status. You will not be able to change the plan that you are enrolled on. So it is very important that everybody understands the plan that they have chosen. We are renewing with Aetna this year, and we are renewing with Guardian as well. So the plans themselves are going to look very familiar, and I am happy to announce that many of you may even see a decrease in your payroll deduction, depending upon the plan that you have elected in the past. On the first page of the benefit at a glance, it's going to be a refresher on how you're able to look up both a medical, dental, or vision provider. Let's take a look at page 2, though, and start discussing your benefit options. Currently have 4 different medical plans to choose from. There have been a few minor tweaks to the plans, but they are the same plans you had last year with the exception of the HSA plan, which is slightly different. The plan that you had last year was no longer an option. 4 different plans to choose from, 3 of the plans, the 6750 100%, the 3000 HSA, and the 2100% plan. They are all the Aetna Select plans, which means they do not have any out-of-network benefits. You can only seek care and treatment for emergency-only situations. The last plan is going to be the point of service, so you'll have the option of both in and out-of-network coverage. However, if you choose to go out-of-network, it is going to cost you more money. Couple things that I wanted to point out in regards to the first plan, the 6750 100% plan. You do have a copay to visit the doctor, $35. However, if you need to see a specialist, you may do so, no referral needed. However, you are responsible for 100% the cost of that plan until you reach your deductible. After you satisfy your deductible, then you will see that $70 copay kick in. Also, prescription drugs, you'll only have a copay for any preferred generic drugs. Any other medication, you are responsible for that $6,750 individual deductible before you have a copay. The out-of-pocket maximum is $7,350 on this plan. That is going to include any deductible, coinsurance, and/or copays. Since your plan is starting in the middle of a calendar year, whatever you have already paid towards your deductible and calendar year maximum will follow you to whichever plan you choose. Also, the urgent care has a $100 copay on this plan. However, emergency room, you're going to have a $500 copay after you satisfy that deductible. Any questions about the first plan, the Aetna 6750 100% plan? Okay, let's take a look at the plan in column 2, the HSA plan. This plan does not work like any of the other plans that we're going to talk about. Every single service, you are responsible to pay the deductible first. After you satisfy your deductible, You will then have either a copay or coinsurance responsibility, meaning a cost share. Deductible on this plan is $3,000 for an individual, $6,000 for a family. After that, you're either going to have the copays kicking in or a 20% coinsurance until you satisfy the out-of-pocket maximum, $6,750 for an individual, $13,500 for a family. As I mentioned earlier, this plan is not like any of the other plans. There are, in addition to no copays until you meet your deductible, there's also different way that the deductible and the out-of-pocket maximum works. If you enroll just yourself on this plan, you're responsible for the individual responsibility. If you enroll both yourself and a dependent, either one person or collectively as a family, you must first satisfy the family deductible until you have any cost share up until you reach the family out-of-pocket maximum. For example, if I were to, God forbid, have to get admitted to the hospital, I am going to be responsible for the first $6,000, then 20% until I reach $13,500. At that point in time, myself and all of my covered dependents will have full coverage, meaning we were not going to have to pay anything else. No coinsurance, no copays, no nothing. But because I had dependents enrolled with me, I had to first, before we had any cost share, satisfy the family amount. That does not work the same way on any of the other plans. So on any of the other three plans, one individual within a family unit will never pay more than the individual deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. This plan is also special in the sense that there is no prescription drugs at all, including generic, until you satisfy that deductible. But because this is an HSA eligible plan, you are able to put some money away tax-free into a health savings account, which can be used to pay for qualified medical expenses. Qualified medical expenses are going to include not only medical expenses on this plan, but they can also help you to pay for any dental and vision expenses. The most amount of money you're able to contribute in a calendar year is going to vary depending upon two things. Number one, how you enroll. So if you enroll with just yourself on the plan, the most you can contribute is $3,550 in 2020. If you enroll with dependents, so a spouse and or children, you can contribute $7,100 into this plan. However, if you are over the age of 55, you'll be able to contribute an additional $1,000. You don't need to remember this. When you go to log in, it will automatically tell you the most amount of money you're able to contribute in a calendar year. Taking a look at plan in column 3 now, the OAAS 2000 plan. This plan is a copay plan. You're going to have copays for all of the commonly utilized services, primary care, specialist, emergency room, and urgent care. Straight copay, no deductible responsibility there. Other services such as lab, x-ray, inpatient, outpatient, you are going to see that deductible kick in. Deductible on this plan is $2,000 for an individual, $4,000 for a family. Out-of-pocket maximum is going to be $5,000 for an individual, $10,000 for a family. Keep in mind that it's deductible, coinsurance, which this plan has none of, and any copays that go into it. So if I were to go into a hospital and I elected this plan, the 2,100% plan, I'm going to pay $2,000 and the rest of my hospital visit would be free. Then when I went to the doctors for my follow-up, I would pay $30. And I would continue to have any copay responsibility until my out-of-pocket maximum has been completely satisfied. This plan does have a full drug card, meaning that you can get any generic name brand drugs and you are not subject to the deductible. Specialty medication, you're going to pay a percentage, but again, not subject to the deductible. Any questions on the 3 plans that we've talked about thus far? Okay. The last plan is going to be a copay plan. You're going to have the copays for all of the commonly utilized services. You'll actually notice that they're identical to the dollar amount of the copays in the 2,100% plan. However, when it comes to hospital services and imaging, you're responsible for 20% after you pay your deductible. Deductible on this plan is a $500 individual deductible, 1,000 family. Then you pay 20% until you get to the out-of-pocket maximum of $3,500 for an individual, $7,000 for a family. This is the only plan that will allow for coverage out of the network. However, if you choose to go out of the network, you could be balance billed. So I would always try to stay in the network whenever possible. Full drug card, just like the 2,100% plan, copays being identical again. Any question about any of the medical before we move on? Okay, let's take a look at page 3. Page 3 is just some helpful information on ways that you can save on prescription drug costs. This is going to be especially valuable if you are on the HSA and or that 6750 100% plan where you do have deductible responsibility before you have any copays. Winn-Dixie, Publix, Walmart, Walgreens offer very inexpensive 30-day and 90-day supply on generic drugs. Publix actually offers some routine maintenance medication and some antibiotics absolutely free, no charge at all. In addition, the GoodRx website allows you to type in the name of the medication that you're prescribed, find local pharmacies in your area that carry the drug, and if there is a coupon, there is a link directly within the site that will take you to that coupon. Some of the coupons are pay no more than $25. Some of them are save $50. So this is where you can really save a lot of money. Again, you do not need to have insurance in order to take advantage of any of these programs. They're just ways to help any individual save money on prescription drugs. You do still need to have prescription though. Next page is going to talk about your Aetna app, both on the website and mobile devices. Registering and logging in to your Aetna account is going to help with a variety of different things. You're able to locate participating doctors without having to manually type in your network. You are also able to view your explanation of benefits. You can see how much money you've already paid for services, how much you should have paid for this particular service. In addition, there is a cost estimator tool, which if you need to have a service done, you can type in the name of the service and it will tell you places in the network and how much the cost is, help you navigate you towards some more cost-effective places for care and treatment. Page 5 talks about the way in which you can get an Apple Watch from Aetna. If you have already taken advantage of the Apple Watch program in the past, you are not eligible to take advantage of the program now. However, if you have never taken advantage of the program has changed slightly, but it's still a wonderful way that you can get a free Apple Watch. And I mean absolutely free, depending upon the brand that you choose. You will need to download the app Attain by Aetna. Then, depending upon the watch that you choose, will determine how much money you need to pay. You're going to have a monthly payment provided to you based upon the watch that you choose. Then, in a given month, if you accumulate and meet all of your fitness goals, your monthly payment for that month is wiped out. If you do not, you will owe for that month. However, you can, don't let this discourage you, because even though you miss 1 month, you can just bounce back the next month and have the payment wiped out completely. So it is in your hands how much the watch ends up costing you. So this is definitely one way to get incentivized to stay healthy, start moving. Also, page 6 talks about the Aetna Life Mart, which is additional discounts and ways in which you can save some money that's going to promote health. Not only is it going to include saving money on gyms and electronic devices, but on groceries as well. Page number 7 now, we're going to talk about your dental benefits. Same benefits that you had in the past. You have 2 different plans to choose from. You have the DHMO plan, where you must pick a dentist and see that dentist. You can change your dentist at any point in time, but I need you to pick up the phone and change your dentist before you see the new dentist. The other plan you'll have is a PPO option. You have the option of both in and out of network dentists to choose from, plus you have a larger pool of in-network dentists on this plan. Please note that if you reside outside of Florida, you will only have option to enroll under the PPO plan. The DHMO is a Florida-based program. On the DHMO plan, you'll have a little snapshot over here of your copay schedule online on Employee Navigator. There's the entire fee schedule. You'll have a copay for every single covered service, including 2 routine cleanings, absolutely free, no charge. Again, keep in mind that this does run on a calendar year benefit, so no more than 2 cleanings within a 12-month period of time. This DHMO plan does have both child and adult orthodontia available. Biggest thing is you do have to stay within the network of dentists. The other option is the PPO plan, which is going to work very different. You have a $1,000 calendar year benefit that you are given. What that means is that Guardian will pay on your behalf $1,000 every year. Any preventative services in the network, you are going to pay nothing. If you choose to go out of network, you may do so, but you are going to be responsible for 20% of the bill. Any basic services, which are going to include your fillings or root canal, periodontal scaling and root planting extractions. In the network, you're responsible for 20% after your $50 individual deductible. Collectively as a family, you guys will never pay more than $150 worth of deductible. If you choose to go out of network, you may do so. You're responsible for 30% after the deductible. Any major work, you're going to pay 50% after deductible. In the network, 60% after the deductible out of the network. This plan does not have any ortho. If during your calendar year you exhaust the $1,000 maximum that Guardian is going to pay on your behalf, you are still going to receive a discount for having the insurance. However, you are going to pay 100% of that discounted rate instead of a cost share of the discount. Now, because you guys have had these plans for several years, it is quite possible that one of the employees might have a dollar amount, a benefit maximum larger than $1,000. And that's because Guardian has a maximum rollover benefit where if you go to the dentist and have a claim, whether it be a cleaning, maybe you have a tiny filling that needs to take place, whatever, you need to have used the benefit and Guardian pay no more than $500 on your behalf. They're going to reward you by giving an extra $350 if you stayed within the network only, or an extra $250 if you chose to go out of network at all to use for the upcoming calendar year. So just keep that in mind for the future calendar years, that it is possible that other people have a different maximum. Any questions regarding the dental plans? Okay, we're going to take a look at the vision. Vision benefit, again, exact same as last year. It's offered to you through Guardian and uses the Davis Vision Network. The Davis Vision Network is a combination of both retail and provider chains. You can get an eye exam every single year, new lenses every year, and new frames every other year. You have a $10 copay for an eye exam. Lenses, you have a $25 copay. However, that's going to cover the standard single, bifocal, or trifocal lenses. If you wanted additional anti-glare, anti-scratch, additional coatings, etc., you are responsible for the balance above the $25 copay. So there will be a greater member responsibility there. If you need glasses, the frames themselves, you're given $130 towards the purchase of glasses. You are then given a 20% discount on the amount over $130, except at Sam's or Walmart. However, you are also given an additional $50 allowance if you go to VisionWorks. So I just wanted to make sure that we had pointed that out. If you opt for contact lenses instead of glasses, not a problem. You have a $130 allowance and a 15% discount over the $130. You may go out of network if you so choose. However, you are going to pay 100% for the claim. Then you need to complete a claim form and submit it back for reimbursement. The amount that you are going to be reimbursed is going to be significantly smaller than the type of coverage you would have if you stayed within the network. So again, I just, whenever possible, I always recommend everybody stay within the network. Page number 8 talks about the telemedicine program, which is automatically given to you if you enroll in the medical plan. It covers a wide array of things, including 24/7 teledoc service where you're able to virtually meet with an actual MD 24/7 via Skype or a FaceTime. You can call them and they are able to call in a prescription if you need it. I actually personally have used the service, and I would say it took about maybe 2 minutes to receive a phone call back once I initiated the process. And I was on the phone for maybe 10, 15 minutes and had prescriptions already called over, was able to go pick them up the same day, no issues at all, and I never left my desk. Telemedicine is not going to be for everything, though. Great for, hey, my throat is hurting, I might have a sinus infection, you know, I have this weird rash. It's not going to be good for my back is hurting, I slipped, I fell, I need some pain medicine to help me through the day until I can make it to the chiropractor. Also, telehealth is a great resource to bounce, you know, different questions off of. So, hey, you know what? I'm not really sure if I should wait to take my baby to the doctor's in the morning. Should I go later? My husband has this weird thing on his arm. I can't get an appointment with the doctor until Saturday. Do you think that's fine. Should I go to the emergency room? I mean, they're able to tell you where they think you need to seek care and treatment if they're unable to help you. So that's another great benefit of it. And that's only one very small component piece of the entire program. In addition, you're going to have access to alternative medicine where you're able to get discounts on more holistic providers, holistic medicine. Maybe you wanted to try acupuncture. You also have pet care savings where you can save about 25%. If you go to one of their participating vets, they also have access to discounted pet supplies and pet foods and toys and stuff, plus a million other things. Maybe not a million, but it feels that way. So just, I would love to hear everybody's feedback if you've used it and stuff. So please let me know. I think it's a wonderful program. And again, your employer is picking this up for you. So I want to make sure that everybody is aware this can actually help you guys save some money. For example, the MRI CAT scan, they're going to be able to point you to a place that you can save anywhere from 50 to 75%. And if you are able to use that in conjunction with your medical insurance, so find a place that takes Aetna and the new benefits, you guys can really save yourself a bunch of money. The app name has changed. It is now My Benefits Work, and information on how you can download the app right over here. You will need your group number, which is in the right over here in parentheses, NFP 373. When registering for the site. Page 9 talks about the $15,000 life insurance policy that GearSource pays on your behalf. I always remind everybody, open enrollment as you're going through making your elections. Great time to review your beneficiary. Make sure that you're leaving the money to somebody that you want and not maybe, an ex-spouse from 20 years ago that you just never think about and therefore didn't update. The life insurance policy does have an accidental death rider. So if you lose your life due to an accident, you're going to receive double the face value. If you do not lose your life, but you lose a limb or sight, hearing, you are eligible to receive a percentage of the face value of the life insurance. Another benefit that we wanted to talk about that a lot of people overlook is the college tuition benefit. This benefit is offered to anybody that is enrolled in either of the dental plans, and Guardian is going to put some money every single year, 2,000 points, which equates to $2,000, into a savings plan for you to use for your qualified beneficiaries' college education. Qualified beneficiaries are going to be your children, stepchildren, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, godchildren. So essentially, if you can get their information, name, date of birth, address, and register on the site, you're going to be given an additional 500 points. Again, 500 points is $500 to use towards that child's education. Even if you do not have a beneficiary right now, please sign up for the program and your points will start accumulating. It is quite possible, if not very probable, that you would have a qualifying dependent in the future. Again, child, grandchild, niece, nephew, godchild, so the list is endless. The last benefit I wanted to talk about before we talked about enrolling in the benefits is the Employee Assistance Program. This program is available to all GearSource employees, including any part-time employees, where you have medical insurance to take care of your physical needs. I think of the Employee Assistance Program as helping to take care of your emotional and psychological needs. The Employee Assistance Program provides you with unlimited telephonic and online help where you can find information regarding budgeting. Maybe you needed some advice on saving money, or finding a daycare for your child, or finding a assisted living facility for your mom. A whole variety of topics. Plus, it also gives you 3 free face-to-face visits with a licensed counselor per incident. So if you have experienced a loss in your family, you can go and speak to somebody 3 times absolutely free. Then if your child is having issues in school, you can then use this 3 times to talk about, maybe bullying that's going on. Absolutely free. And this program is 100% confidential. Your employer nor myself will find out who uses the plan or what they use it for. So whatever happens, it is strictly confidential. Nobody will ever know. Any question about any of your benefits before we talk about enrolling in the coverage? Okay. We're going to enroll in the coverage just as we have in the past. You're going to visit employeenavigator.com. All new users will have to register as a new user. Any returning users will need to just log in. If you forgot your user ID and password, you're going to click on the link that says forgot password. Sorry, this is my screen. You guys, once you log in, will, hold on, I have to log in again. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Once you log in, you'll see a screen that looks like this. Good afternoon, whatever your name is. My name is Demo right now, so I can test out your service. You'll have a green button over here that's going to say Start Enrollment. I've already clicked on it once before, which is the reason it says Finish Enrollment. It is then going to take you page by page for you to verify your information for the upcoming year. Here are the benefits you have to choose from and the cost per pay period. You can click on Compare. You're able to see the cost for all of the plans side by side, and you scroll down, you're able to see the benefits at the bottom of the page. If you choose a dental DHMO plan, like I have, on the next screen, you're going to have to pick a primary care dentist. If you click on the directory, it's going to take you directly to the website to find the doctor. And then I'm going to, once you find your doctor, I'm going to need you to click Add and put your dentist information over here. At the very, very end, once you have everything completed, you'll have green checks everywhere. And then the enrollment summary, you're going to click to sign. My enrollment has not been completed, and you'll see why. I didn't choose a PCP for my dental plan, and I didn't choose a life beneficiary. So I can go back to those sections just by clicking on it in the little navigation window on the side and finish my elections there. I need all employees. Even if you are waiving the coverage, I need you to go online and make your elections by Friday, March 13th, please. This will ensure that any plan changes are in the system and take effect, and all employees will have ID cards in hand by April 1st and able to use the benefits that you are signing up for. The very last page is going to have all of your per pay period costs. And at the very, very bottom, it's going to have the contact information for all of your carriers and their telephone numbers, websites, and or email addresses for both myself, Colleen Hernandez, and my partner, Debbie Rito, in the office over here. I'm also going to just put up for you right here. Here's my email address and my phone number again. Do I have any questions from anybody at all? You can always give me a call outside outside of the webinar if you're not comfortable asking something over the phone. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, I appreciate your time, and I am here if you need me. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Colleen. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks.